This morning, President-elect Trump signaling a major move on immigration, responding true to a post on his social media platform, saying he will declare a national emergency and use military assets for a mass deportation program, a program he pledged to implement during his campaign, which focused in part on immigration and the southern border.
The Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country.
And he's promised to use the military as enforcement in the past.
We must use any and all resources needed to stop the invasion, including moving thousands of troops currently stationed overseas.
Now, as Mr. Trump nods to his immigration plans and prepares for office, he's also facing a fight in Washington on some of the picks for his new administration.
A standing ovation.
After taking in a different kind of fight at a UFC match with allies this weekend. The spotlight now on his choice to lead the Pentagon, former Fox News anchor Pete Hegseth. His attorney confirms to NBC News Hegseth paid a settlement to a woman last year after she previously accused him of sexual assault in 2017. But the attorney says Hegseth maintains his innocence and that the encounter was consensual.
Do you think that this matter could sink Pete Hegseth's confirmation?
It could. We'll figure out if he can get confirmed or not. And I do think that Pete's a good pick for this position.
Mr. Trump has told advisors he plans to stand by Hegseth after a recent conversation with his nominee, according to the New York Times, citing two people briefed on the discussion. Also facing new backlash, the president-elect's choice of now former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz to lead the Department of Justice, with multiple sources telling NBC News he faces a very difficult path to confirmation. Gaetz resigned his seat last week, ending a House Ethics Committee investigation into whether he engaged in sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, allegations he denies. While some in both parties want the committee to release its report, House Speaker Mike Johnson disagrees, saying Gaetz is now a private citizen.
I think that would be a Pandora's box.
Hallie, let's go back to this news that just broke overnight. President-elect Trump confirming that he wants to declare a national emergency, and then that would enable him to use the military. How might that work? How much would it cost?
Let me take the second part of your question first, Savannah. How much would it cost? The answer is a lot of money, but we can't get super specific because it's not clear how much. There's one estimate that suggests it could be something like $90 billion a year. That's from an immigration rights group, which also questions the impact to the economy more broadly, saying that the annual GDP could take a hit because of the removal of workers, especially in the construction and hospitality industries. But President-elect Trump and his allies have argued this issue is so important. It was so central to his campaign that it goes beyond cost. Mr. Trump, remember, told NBC News right after the election that there's no price tag on this because there's no choice other than to do it. He would need Congress to approve the money he needs. But remember, both the House and the Senate will be in Republican control next year. As for the practicalities, how does this actually work? Again, real question marks there. Mr. Trump was pressed repeatedly during his campaign for answers on the specifics, but that's still not clear. We are, of course, out to the Trump transition for any more details on the plan. Savannah?
All right. Hallie Jackson leading us off from Washington. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.